opinion? Was it George Floyd's death? Why was that the chosen
Hey
brutality
everybody,
for people to say, oh
we
my
are
God, black
watching
people are
a
so
live
oppressed?
event
And
right
it is not
now
fair.
I
in
think it's
Party
twofold,
Royale.
Carrie. And so many different encounters
If you
with
can't see it
between people of
correctly,
color and the
you'll have to
police, there
go
simply
in
is no proof of what happened
to
in the
phone
interaction.
or
And so what
into
happens is in
computer
a
to
court of
zoom in.
law, it
Sorry
tends to
how it
lean
looks or the
towards the
motion,
policeman's
whatever.
point of view, right? In this case, we saw very clearly what happened. I think the other thing is due to the fact that everyone was
So
at
have a
home
fun time watching.
basically during this time period in relation to the coronavirus, you couldn't avoid it, right? It was on every television station, it was on every social media platform. Everywhere you turn, you were constantly hit upside the head with this message. You see in the interaction that this man did nothing to deserve what happened.
That's right. I think so well said, because if you think about it, in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't worth it, and he didn't have to lose his life. I think that you touched on something that a lot of people talk about, and that is now defunding the police. That has been such a huge conversation, but there's so many misconceptions around defunding and dismantling. If you will, educate the audience.
All right, so most people, when they hear the term defund the police, they tend to think of, oh, they're going to take away our police department. Nothing could be further from the point. Defunding the police means that in certain communities, even Houston, take for example, we had over $1 billion allocated to our police force. Now, what is that money being used for? Some of that money tends to be allocated towards riot shields, right? Pepper spray, right? That kind of thing. That's only used against the people that fund this budget, right? So why would the people want to supply the police with the means to oppress them? If the police are concerned about the situations in certain communities with a higher crime rate, well, higher crime rates tend to happen in communities where there's not there's not employment opportunities, right? There's not a lot of social services, and people are going to do what they need to do to take care of themselves
Sure.
and their families. When the community has more opportunities for employment, more opportunities for upward mobility, then they tend to be a less of a strain on the government. They tend to have a lower crime rate. And because of that, we'll have less need for the police in those communities.
You are passionate about so many different things in terms of making sure that we are holding our leaders accountable. Talk to me about some of the other projects that you're working on.
Well, right now, obviously, being a part of More Than a Vote is essential. We're dealing with primaries in this country right now. And we just want to educate people. We want to inform people because people are tired, they're angry, they're concerned, and they want information and they want action. And so we want to make sure that we give them the right information and lead them in the right direction. And we thank the people that do not look like us for standing with us right now, because it's very
Amen.
important that people who aren't black be involved, because if black people could have gotten rid of racism, we would have done it hundreds of years ago. And so I'm trying to use my voice and my platform just to let people know that if they feel like I do, there's a number of places they can go to enact change in their community. People need to know about how their city council runs. They need to know that they have the ability to speak when city council meets, to let them know that that's not the way that they feel their city needs to be run. Those are not the places that they feel the money of their
And Bud,
community needs to be allocated.
and Bubby, even a step further, they can run for office in their local community. They can run for positions. Like, people act like they leave it up to somebody else. If you're upset, it's not hard to get on the school board. It's not hard to be a part of the city council. It really isn't. And depending on how small your town is, you could be a mayor. It's the power is with the people, and we need to just know that that's happening.
Absolutely. And it's always been with the people. You know, if you look at Trayvon Martin's mother, Sabrina Fulton, right? She felt that there was a system of racism and a system of oppression that led to her son's death. And so what did she do? She ran for city council and she was elected
Yeah.
city council. Our own former president, 44, Barack Obama, right? Started in the community as an activist, ran for an elected position, became senator, ran for another elected position and became president of the United States. So don't think that you can't make a difference. You know what I'm saying? You don't need a lot of money. You don't need a lot of power. Your voice is enough to make a difference.
Amen. I feel like I need to go out and run for something. You gave me a rousing speech there, sir. I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you this. When I talk to my brothers, I have to ask you, as a black man, how are you doing? Are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good. I have a very strong relationship with God, so prayer definitely works for me. I have children and grandchildren who are watching me, who are encouraged by what I do, and they're proud of me right now, you know, and that's really what matters, you know. The change starts at home, you know, so as long as you have a support system that believes in what you're doing and supports you in what you're doing, you have everything you need to go out there and fight the good fight. And for those that don't, there's a community of people here to help you. So you can go to places like morethanavote.org. There are many different places that will encourage you, inform you, and they will put you with groups of people that feel like you, that are ready to take action. So no one has to go about this alone if they want to do it.
What's up, stream? What's up? What's up, guys? Sorry, fams.
Unbeat, it has been an education, always a pleasure. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Keep fighting the good fight.
Keep up the good fight.
No. 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 Sucks. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Please don't. Oh, you're gonna
speak with her. You know her as Molly on the
I'm just joking.
Successful show Insecure, HBO's Insecure.
For black people, I'm not being racist. This is your event. Everyone, this is your event. Everyone that is black, this is your event.
Way of making things funny, giving us our medicine with some candy, right? The humor and the healing.
Oh my God, man!
To your space.
What's up?
Right now, as you look across this country and how everyone is so broken and so upset, it's not social injustice, it's the pandemic, it's depression, it's unemployment, the list goes on and on. How are you doing?
You know, I'm rediscovering self in a way that is hard but necessary, that will lead to ultimate joy. I know it sounds like a lot, but no, I think
smack that foot. I hate it.
Thing that God put all of
it hurts.
Global timeout. Like we just, you know, America hasn't done as good as other people when it comes to timeout, because everyone else is out playing at recess.
My foot, not my foot. It's thick. My foot is thick.
But I think that if we settle into the timeout and really learn the lesson that we're supposed to learn,
it's my hand. My hand hurts.
I think we'll emerge better. We'll learn how to play well with others in more ways than one. And so personally for me, I'm taking this time to learn me in a new way. I feel like I'm being ushered into a new season, and I'm getting feel, because sometimes the busy confounds the work that we're supposed to actually be doing. You know, we're busy doing stuff, but we got work that we need to do on the inside, and I'm leaning into it. I'm like, dang, I thought I was gonna be able to rest like everybody else.
Well, wait a minute.
Like, nah, we got work.
You know what? And I think that's what everybody.
This eliminates you, you know, right?
Demanding that we be better, and you said it's a global.
What up, guys? It's hard for me to choose. I don't want to do that. It's hard for me to choose something. Ooh, I don't like that. Wait, he has a stash. He has a stash.
That's old. Ah! Very uncomfortable. And so right now we're sitting with we're getting comfortable with the uncomfortable.
The minorities, we've been comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that to me explains just the existence for whatever we want to do, how we break into our careers, how we live our lives, how we find ourselves one of the few or one of the first. And that's a lonely road. When you look at, and when you talk about this global timeout, everybody.
Sorry, guys. My game, someone superior is inviting me, so excuse me. What do you want? What do you want? Comment.
White on white balance is branding.
Yeah,
right.
I'm already watching the event.
It's like, why do you look at white people every single day? So no, there is no black.
You're what? What do you want? Comment. I'm watching. One of my friends are watching the stream because they can't get in Fortnite, so they have to watch my stream.
So I just even like, but to answer
Yeah, I
your
speak Spanish.
question,
Why?
what does that do? I think what everyone expected is what has happened in the past when the world was still open, right? In that, okay, you had everyone from Trayvon Martin to Castillo to Sandra Bland, you had all of these lives lost, and black people made some noise. We rioted, we got out in the streets, we started the Black Lives Matter movement, all of those things. And then white people kind of just like, oh, let's give them something, and then it's just like, is it over? It's like Oscars so black. Okay, okay, good. We gave some Oscars. Are we good now? Like, are we even? And it's now it's just like, oh no, 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 no. This is not about like a band-aid. It's like, yo, we might have to amputate the leg a little bit, but it's all right because by amputating the leg, we're gonna save the body. And so I think that's what's happening now. Like, America is realizing, like, oh, black people aren't just making a little bit of noise. Like, the protests are still out. The conversations are still being had. The change is still being demanded. And I think they're seeing, oh, this is not going no way. And no, it's not, because we need systematic change.
What a beautiful way to explore what is happening and describe our country. We might have to amputate the leg, but that's to save the body. That's what's happening right now. That's beautiful, Yvonne. And to that end, I have to ask you this, because the way that we do that, we use our voice. And our voice right now in this world, in this country, is our vote. And everyone talks about voting and how important it is, but I feel like more than ever we understand that it's not just about voting every 4 years for the man in office. It's about your local elections. It's about the mayor. It is about the district attorney, the people who have the power to bring charges against police if police brutality is an issue in your community. If you care about your school district, you can run for the school board. I ask this of you, right? Your parents are from Nigeria. You are Nigerian. You talk about that very lovingly. What does voting mean for you?
I think voting is power. I remember, I became a naturalized citizen back in the 90s, when, because I was still a minor, my mom naturalized, and so we were able to do it under her. And just even that power of, like, we're American citizens and all the access that we have, like, being a citizen is one of those actually taking those acts of power and voting. It's a big deal. It's a big deal because not only do we have the opportunity to be in this country, but now we can be of the country. We can be of the systems. We can be of the rules. We can be of what it actually affords. But I think, going back to your earlier statement about this setup of I think we are done a disservice. Either it's schools or whatever it is, and I'm not going to speak because I'm black. I think teachers do a phenomenal job, but for some reason, we do not, and give them all the raises. I know too many parents who are like, I might, this child of mine, I do love them, but hey, who, where can I drop them off? And I do think that there is a disservice done because, again, when we talk about voting, to your point, we talk about every 4 years. It's important to vote for the presidency. We don't realize, like, oh, snap, we actually can vote about, like, how much our libraries get. It's like small things like that, but they make a big difference.
When you think of voter suppression in this country, what does it look like for you?
It's the systems. When we talk about voter suppression, we also talk about systematic racism, right? It's all the systems that set up, and we've normalized. Okay, maybe your job will give you a half day, or maybe you'll be able to get this luxury. It shouldn't be a luxury. It should be built into the system. It should be built into the fabric of how we vote. But maybe you'll be able to get this luxury in order to enable you to go vote. Think about everything disenfranchised, marginalized Black person has to endure in a day. So in a day, you need to get to work. If something happens to your car, if something happens to your child care, if something happens to, there's so many factors along the way that can send you into a tailspin as an American. And then you add on as a person of color. If you're just trying to get to vote and you already have to go through all of these hurdles and hoops in your everyday life, imagine
Wait
the
a
one
minute.
day when your voice really is supposed to matter the most in this country. But then you also see all the times that you tried to have your voice matter,
Wait,
and then
hold on.
it's been
Wait a
shut
minute.
down, repressed, told it doesn't matter. And then you're kind of like, what's the point?
How do we keep hope though? If I'm watching this right now, I want to. How do we as a people stay hopeful? How do we believe in the promise that these quote unquote forefathers have given us?
Because have you met black people? By default, like hope is infused in our DNA. Like you know what I'm saying? Like by the like if we haven't been broken now through be it through slavery, through
Give
capitalism,
it to me.
through
Give it to me.
colonization, through segregation, through I mean, listen, the history of black people in this country is at one point we were 3/5 the people.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That was a written law. And look at us now. We are whole. We are black girl magic. We are black boy joy. We are, you know what I'm saying? What I think about in terms of giving us hope, right? We're making a lot of people nervous right now, Carrie. We're making a lot of people nervous right now because they're like, dang, we put all these obstacles in their way, and these jokers are resilient. But that should give us hope. That should give us hope that like we can't stop, won't stop. I mean, I went to the school of Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag about Harlem shaking it right now. We can't stop, won't stop. And I think that's our motto. We can't stop voting and we won't stop voting. We can't stop marching and we won't stop marching. We can't stop thriving and we won't stop thriving.
To that end, because you led me directly there, I've been asking everyone who's appeared on this platform, what does activism look like? And I feel like back in the day, we had an idea. Yes, it is marching. Yes, it is protesting. Yes, it is speaking out against things that we feel are not right or unjust. But talk to me about what activism looks like for Yvonne Orji.
Listen, activism, I think the beauty of activism is that it has many faces, right? You're going to have the people on the front lines. Like, you know what? Martin Luther King marched, but there were a lot of women who were in the homes like, hey, BT Dubs, when they come back, this is how we support all the people who are marching on the front lines. And we're going to be here doing what we know to do best here. And you know what? Somebody needs to bail them out of jail so now we need to be in the community, getting money or whatever it is. So it's like everybody has a position to play. And so play your position like a shortstop, bro. So whoever you are and whatever you do, play your position. So activists could look like, you know what? I'm not the one that's built to be on the front line, but you know what? My pockets go deep, so I'm gonna support the people on the front line. I'm a comedian. Black joy is a form of activism.
There's always a call for entertainers or celebrities that have the platform to do something. Why aren't you speaking out? I'm not a believer in thinking that it's mandatory. Like you said, everyone can be an activist and be activated in different ways. But talk to me about the connection. Talk to me about the marginalization in your world and how you feel like it even inspires you to say more and use your platform to do more.
Beneath the surface of what we do, like Niecy Nash says, it's the who, right? The who is the person who's going to be like, hey, let me call this out. Either blind racism, in terms of overt racism, in terms of ways that we can be better, in terms of ways that we can actually be more uplifting to the community that you may not even realize that you're serving.
Before I let you go, talk to me about the urgency, in your opinion, for people to vote, our people to get out and vote this coming election.
Yeah, I mean, guys, if you think you're tired now, I'm telling you right now, we cannot take this sitting down. We can't take this jokingly. I understand that it may be hard to figure out who to vote for, but at the end of the day, we got to vote for our families. We got to vote for our legacies. We got to vote for continued progress. We have to vote for upward mobility. We have to vote for equality in a way that is long lasting. And if we succeeded before, we can do it again. We talk about the hope. This is the time. This is not the time to give up. This is not the time to pretend away that we haven't made progress. We have. There's still much more to be done. And you know what? We might have to get to a point where we pass the baton to our children and our children's children, but we still have work to do now for that generation.
Yvonne Orji, You are everything. You are Molly, but you are not Molly. But I love you so much as Molly on HBO's Insecure. You are an amazing podcaster, Jesus and Jola. Shout out to Lovey. And then we also have movies. Like you, The World, you're a model, a cover model. Also, wait, don't let me forget your hugely successful stand-up comedy special on HBO. Girl, you're doing it all. And I am so grateful. You're truly the dream, not just the American dream. You're the black girl, brown girl, do it all dream, the immigrant dream, everything. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. I really, really mean that from the bottom of my heart. Yvonne Orgy, ladies and gentlemen, nothing but the best and excellence personified. Thank you so much for that.
I love you so much, my love. Mwah.
Yeah, la la.
So Atlanta has been one of the hotbeds in terms of political unrest and social injustice. We've seen so much happen in that city, and we've also seen so much come from that city, including one of our very own founding fathers of the civil rights movement, and that's Martin Luther King Jr. But right now, we want to welcome in someone who has used his platform to talk about voting, to talk about racial injustice, and how he's trying to help. Atlanta's very own Russ joins us now. Russ, I'm not going to fan out and tell you what some of my favorite songs were that I listened to repeat on yours. We're going to get to the topic at hand. So we got to talk about, recently you did an interview where you shared your outlook on culture and music. And you also were very candid about the fact that you have a privilege and that it's necessary for you to give back. Tell everybody about what that means.
It's very obvious I'm white and I'm in black culture and I'm benefiting financially off of it. So I feel like if you're a white person financially benefiting off of black culture, you have to put finances back into black culture. It's just that simple. The screenshots with your feelings, it just comes off like fake empathy because it comes off very dismissive and very oh, that sucks for y'all, but anyway, back to what I was doing.
Have you felt that way always, or is it now because of the time of where we are in this country?
I've always had the feeling. I think now it's just obviously elevated. It's a new level, and there's new, it's to the point now where you can't. First of all, you can't not say anything. Second of all, though, I just think saying something isn't enough anymore. I think, if you have the ability to put money back into a culture that you're financially benefiting from, have the ability to, you should.
It's interesting that you talk about it in that way because some people do believe that silence is the best way to go because it's hard to talk race, especially if you're white and you're in the black culture. People just feel as if they can't talk about it. They feel awkward. They feel as if they don't have the privilege of the voice or the words. How do you find yourself right now in terms of interacting with people when they want to talk to you about social injustice, police brutality? What's going on in this country right now?
Well, first of all, picking and choosing whether you want to be silent or not about race, that's a privilege in and of itself. But no, I try to just do my best to listen to the black people around me and the educated black people I have in my life. So I do my best to not act like I have all the answers for everything, especially in a culture that I'm not from. But that's why when we decided to raise the money for Black Lives Matter organizations, when we raised $500,000, we got on the phone with some of the women who started Black Lives Matter. I got on the phone with Tamika Mallory. I was on the phone with Karen Civil and talking with my friends to make sure the money went to the correct places, and people who really need it. It's just about listening. That's all. It's about listening.
Let's talk about that for a moment because the way I think of activism, for me, it looks very differently. It's not necessarily just protesting on the front lines. I think that's great. But what about being an activist in the way in which you have decided to be one? What inspired you? What did it look like? You said you raised money for Black Lives Matter. What did you do? Mm-hmm. Walk us through everything that you did and how you find yourself in this moment right now.
So for me, it was 3 years ago. I had a string of festivals, and I decided that I was going to wear T-shirts with a message on them because I figured, what better time to use a platform than in front of a bunch of people. So one of the T-shirts I wore was, "If you want to change the system, speak up. White silence is pro-racism." The whole thing, and it didn't really it kind of got swept under the rug back then. But when all this stuff started happening again, and it's been happening, the police brutality against innocent black people. I was like, man, I'm not the biggest artist in the world, and I certainly don't have the most white fans in the world, but I got a good amount of people that I can definitely mobilize and turn into some money. And I know they're down for the cause because it's merch, it's a good thing. And I've always been outspoken anyway, you know? And so how am I going to be in black culture and not be outspoken about racism?
And then I got to ask you this, because you grew up in Atlanta, so that gives you a heads up, depending for so many people, because you're in the crux of that beautiful black city where there are so many wonderful black leaders, home of so much great music and things that speak to our culture right now. And we are really, really getting our word out, especially with this platform today, and saying that we must use our voice to vote. Talk to me about what the importance of voting for you in this upcoming election.
Yeah, so I, you know, full transparency, I had never voted before, ever. And because, you know, I was one of those people who was like, my vote doesn't matter. And, you know, and I don't know, maybe it's because I was younger, maybe it's because I really thought that, or I don't know, but I just think that it's got to, you know, now this is a bit of a privilege to say it's got to a breaking point for me, because obviously it's been past the breaking point for black people. But I think that as a whole, the young people need to get out and vote, because we're the ones that never show up. You know what I mean?
Well, I heard the camera fall right here when you sweep it, and then I heard it fall, and then the door
First of all, when I put it here, the stuff was here. Okay? This wasn't like this. The stuff was this.
I know, but I said that the thing that was looking at the camera was right there.
Well, when I put it there, it was there. Porque mira, según eso se cae, siempre se está fucking cayendo. Sé que bajo de la cama de esto, se está cayendo, güey. Hace un invento o algo que ya debajo de ahí. I don't know.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys, I was complaining at my mom that she probably threw away my thing. Oh crap! Was I was saying is that Yeah, Mini Bob?
I saw.
So.
This thing. I saw what you were doing.
Saw what?
Oh, I saw you when you were in Party Royale on your stream.
Yeah, I was doing.
Yeah, what is it supposed to be about?
Wait, what the frick? Hold up.
What?
Oh, now my locker changed. Oh, it's like a Black Lives Matter thing.
For what?
For black people, cause like the Donald Trump is saying that the black people can't vote. So they're getting mad and saying that black people get privileges, and that's why they say Black Lives Matter. I mean, that's a good thing, cause the president has to let every single person vote. It doesn't make sense for black people to not vote, even though white people can. That doesn't make sense.
I wanna snipe the president. I wanna snipe him out. So what do you want to do to the president? Like,
this is what I'll say. Fuck him up, Goofy. Yeah, fuck him up, Goofy. Take your. I'm gonna rip your head off, then drink all your blood.
Oh my god.
Now fuck him up, Goofy. Okay, goes.
Dang, harding
I
him
got
up.
my choking hand ready. Oh. Hey, finally! I was trying to watch this guy, but I got kicked out of the party because it was 1 second until everyone gets kicked out.
So tell me,
Fuck him up, Goofy. Oh, goals.
Wait, Sean, we don't want to be in a chat.
Huh?
You can finally talk now.
Oh yeah, I found out the glitch.
What was it?
It was like I couldn't get off while I was in the talking party, or it'll glitch my game out and I can't talk. Yo, Goofy.
You said something I thought.
Hey, you want to hear something funny?
What?
I know that
This is gonna suck. Oh, knock it off. It's not gonna be that bad. Besides, I couldn't leave you at home. Last time I did that, the kids walked in on you looking at internet porn.
There are very few that you said you all were afraid. Why use that?
God, what I wouldn't do to that. What? No, it's not even mine. I just clicked on it. And, come on, it's not like it's gay corn. It's gay corn. It was baby corn.
That's just weird.
Yo.
Goofy wants his money.
Can't come off in any way, much like other black entertainers, much like
Yeah.
probably have
Yeah. Yeah.
the highest level.
Yeah.
Baseball.
Yeah.
I feel like you know what I feel like I'm looking at right now?
Black Lives Matter.
That is a button.
Fuck him up, Goofy.
Be seen, but not
What
heard.
you're about to witness is a series of...
An expression that a lot of black
Here,
folks.
one last once.
and
I
whatever
just want my money, Damien.
of professionalism that they experience, especially if they don't work for themselves.
Are
you can make this
difficult?
It's also a socialization, especially like you said, if you want to get to the higher
Took it off, took it off!
levels. I'm tired of pretending, looking the other way, and spending so much time making others
Ow, turn it off.
while you were uncomfortable.
Turn it off!
That this is the type of movement that is sustainable, or is it just for a time?
No, it takes everyone joining in on the conversation. Right now, I feel like
What I'm gonna do to you if you don't give me my motherfucking
we saw on draft day.
money.
We saw
What the Sean?
Gonna do one of those too. Oh yeah, you better believe I'm gonna do one of those. No, I don't know why you find this so funny, Damien. I'm gonna hurt you.
It's not always just going to be the popular thing to do. This is something that people get right because they know we care.
You heard that?
Jason, you said you think it's sustainable.
Oh my god.
With your colleagues in baseball, that this can be something where
I'm
you're
gonna
feeling
hurt
more
you.
comfortable, feeling more safe to share how you feel about social justice. you doing right now in this moment with your platform to help change how we look at voting and how to educate the culture?
Well, first, what I'm doing, Carrie, is joining up with more than a vote.
I'm trying. We're in.
To get that message out and get our platform in that sense as a group. And try to create a brand with this to make it something that's not just about the election coming to make sure that it's about people getting educated for years to come and figure out where to vote and how to vote.
You see.
You can afford a $60 game, but you can't give me my damn money. I found a knife. These are my stomping boots. Oh, wow, that's a nice guitar, Damien. Would be a shame if someone threw it into the ocean. Hey, come at me, bitch! If you don't get me my money by June, Damien, things are gonna get real goofy. You got my money, Damien? I'm sad that you've never complimented me on my nice leather boots. You want to know where I got these leather boots? Damien, let me tell you something about Clarabelle Cow. When ringing a cowbell, Damien? You see, Clarabelle Cow also owed me money. Yep, that's her. Or should I say, was her? Gosh, it's my birthday today. Oh, Damien, do you know what today is? No! What do you mean you're leaving? On today of all days, Damien? You know what today is?
Oh my God.
Do you really think you can skip town? With all the money you owe me and on my damn birthday? Is that funny to you?
How are you laughing?
With rage! Owing me money was one thing, but you forgot the most special day of all, my birthday. There's gonna be hell when you get back, Damien. Hell! Damien Sanders, a.k.a. Make Me Mad 35. More like Make Me Mad 35. He's made many mistakes. Owing me money. Not paying me by June. Leaving town. Laughing at me. And forgetting my birthday. But now that he's back home, he's fresh out of excuses. I've been getting my choking hand ready. And I've been jiggling with rage these past few weeks. I'm done yucking around. Things are about to get extremely goofy. Go to sleep, Damien.
If you look toward the future, what are you most excited about in terms of seeing the change?
Wake up!
I'm excited about how fast the word is traveling.
Oh, Damien, thank Walt you're alive. You can finally give me my mother yucking money. You fell victim to my chloroform hand and have been in a coma for over a month.
What the heck are you watching?
I've been bathing you every day. Getting all those nooks and crannies. I've also been feeding you pieces of Clarabelle Cow. You can hear her bell when I jiggle your tummy. So, Damien, about that money. Big mistake, Damien.
Hey everybody, I am so excited to welcome a friend, a brother, family member, if you will, former colleague, NBA great.
Why would all of them have a new pod? That's my question.
I gotta get out of here. To give us his time and his platform. Everybody, welcome Jalen Brothers to to me about how important it is for the people who know you and love you and look up to you. Why is it so important that you use your platform to talk about voting?
Initially, we have to get past the stigma of the mental systemic racism that comes with the presidential race, governors, mayors, senators, judges. We've been conditioned to believe that our vote does not matter. So usually when we look up at all of those
You're alive? Do you know how many cliffs I've fallen down, Damien? Falling onto that pool table was pleasurable for me.
We didn't mobilize until Barack Obama, and we felt a sense of hope.
My little goofy teats.
What?
Don't kink shame me, Damien. I feel the power coursing through my body. My choking hand is finally at full strength. And I can't wait to use it on you, Damien. Where's my money?
Oh. Yeah, look at that. Let's shoot him.
Is that the person that gets the most votes doesn't necessarily win the presidency. That's uncomfortable right there. Because that's actually what took place in 2016.
Oh, dang it. I guess my choking hand needs a little more work.
And if you put all of their pictures up, I'm pretty sure they look a lot more like each other than they look like you and I. How about that? And then the third thing, especially in urban environments, it's like you gotta jump over the fence, you gotta run past the dog.
Where's Goofy's money?
What?
Where's
Happy birthday. It's late for that, Damien.
But they got the young people who understand technology working in the suburbs. Like these are all systematic things.
Now I'm gonna slap you with my ears.
And then finally, we don't have a day off to vote. We need to work. So
where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money? Where's my money?
Those are a few things that I hope that we could do and mobilize. And shout to LeBron.
Where's my money,
Damien? Shout to you and everybody involved. We will make it together.
Well, let's talk about more than that. There is
Mommy.
athletes, artists coming together and saying voter suppression is a real deal, especially
Hello?
in the community. When you just talked about I gotta work, so I can't go vote. And then
Oh,
when you get
fine.
just
I have the event broadcasted so I can watch it while I'm downstairs.
We gotta be educated. And it's not always even about the man who's in office or the woman who's in office for president. It's about your local elections. It's about the people who are your DAs, your state DAs, like the people who actually make change in your community, who will change police brutality, who will make sure that your community is taken care of, who will defund police and hope that they can help you in stopping police brutality. So talk to me about why you decided to be a part of More Than a Vote and what it actually means.
Well, it means a lot to be involved with such an impressive collective, as you mentioned. And I've said this multiple times, and I know it can be uncomfortable when I say it, but a lot of times we have to get to the root of the issue before we find a solution. And the quote was, I wish America loved black people as much as it loves black culture. And this collective, by the way, represents in a lot of ways what's encouraging, but also sometimes disappointing about our role as black people in America. Because we were brought here as labor and to entertain. And we use those vehicles to get paid and move to the suburbs and be idols of white kids. And so now that we have this collective, I would say sports and entertainment represent the most powerful group of black men.
Okay, I'm back, Mini Bob.
United States.
Okay.
I'm talking about
My dad told me to open the door for him.
The ability to mobilize,
Is he getting home?
the involvement, their
Because he didn't have a
leadership,
key.
their intellect.
Oh.
And so to have all of us pulling in the same direction at the same time for anything that we're passionate about is going to be a difference maker, but it's definitely going to be a difference maker in the 2020 vote because we're going to make sure we inform everybody that they can let their voice be heard, and failure is not an option.
Jalen, what does voter suppression look like to you?
A perfect
Yeah.
example took
I'm
place
talking about
recently, Carrie,
the
in Kentucky. It was
life
6
math.
p.m. at night.
They're talking
And so
about
many people were
why black
standing in
people
line
can't vote.
enthusiastic to vote. And you know what they did? Locked the doors. And you know what the people did? They continued to bang on the doors, continued to bang on the windows. They continued to let it
That's
be
why I
known
only vote
they
for
were
good
not going to
peoples.
leave the premises
Even
until
for
they
it,
got a chance to vote.
I don't.
And you know what
I
ended
vote
up
for
happening?
different.
They opened those doors and allowed those people to vote. So do not be discouraged. These barriers show you that it matters. And we're here to help you break through them. The same thing with our platforms and voices, Carrie, because you know what's going to happen. At some point, Breonna Taylor is not going to be trending anymore. People are not going to be
These
protesting
Western snacks are
anymore.
good.
But it's still up to us to keep making sure that our voices get heard, and this is one way to do so.
Right, and that
And
is a
when it
form
was
of being
Germany's,
activate, being an activist. It doesn't have to be protesting. It doesn't have to look like what you think traditionally activism looks like. It's voting. It's that simple.
We now have to understand, like, this is a critical mass moment for this movement to continue to hold up as much
Where are
steam for
you?
as long as possible. And
What's up,
that
Mini Bop?
voice selection is going to hopefully allow for that situation to happen.
Jalen, in today's
You can't catch
age of
me.
technology, it should be easier to
I
vote.
don't want
No
to.
doubt. It's like
Because you're too
all these devices,
ugly.
smartphones, but yet I can't vote
You
in them.
all too, because
No,
nobody
I'm
likes
not.
In
you.
our lives,
People do like me.
all
They
of these
dance with me a lot.
people will need to
Yeah,
overcome in
because
order
you're
to
just somebody who's
create a
really
level of
toxic.
enthusiasm to vote. And again, this is
You're
not
just really depressing.
I know.
You know what? You make me so sad. I'm going to the ship by myself. You're a bitch.
What ship?
Oh wait, I can emote! Yay! Dun, dun, dun,
You
dun,
can
dun,
emote?
dun, 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 dun,
How are you emoting?
dun, 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 dun,
Who are you? Because I want to try watching emote.
dun, 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 dun.
Sean, who are you?
black player. The further you get up, it's like altitude or a ladder. It gets thinner and thinner. And so a lot of people talk about the system being broken. I hate
What
to
the heck are
remind
you
people
doing,
it's not
Sean?
broken. It was built to
Dun,
do that.
dun, dun, dun,
And
dun,
one of the
dun,
other
dun, 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 dun.
You can emote? How can you emote that I cannot?
gives themselves an opportunity to let them vote.
You bitch!
Well, who are you? Are you on the
I'm
mountain
flying.
anymore?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun,
I'm at the
dun,
mountain. Meet me at the mountain.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Who do you have
Oh, there you are.
Yeah. What
Dance. I
about?
want to see some dance.
Not here.
Why not you?
I can only dance down there. Let's go down. Come on. One.
Yeah. Hey,
Run, Sean, run!
For serious, I'm just gonna leave you don't tell me.
Go far away to the concert. Wait a minute. Wait!
I'm right behind you!
Wait! Why does the concert look so weird? Remember where all the music and the 4 dancing people? Look at that place. No, there's no dancing people. I mean, there is dancing people, but it shows about a map. It's telling you to go to the map. Okay, I'll listen. Ah, I escaped.
You can't run forever.
Yeah, I can. I can glide forever.
Even I can too. So what are you saying to me?
But you're literally down there.
How do you know? Hey, there's a different person now.
I'm gonna stay up here and glide.
We, the people, want you to vote. So, go to morethanavote.org.
How can you dance? That's not fair.
Again, thank you so much for joining us and paying attention, because this message, again, is invaluable. I'm Carrie Champion, so lead the people.
We are the people. We the people. Hip-hop music. Open up on United States. We are the people. Oh, I want to read this. Even though I'm not a nerd, but I want to read it. Oh, it ended. Dun, 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 dun,
Now we can go all back and have a fun time. Now.
I can hear again.
But the stuff falling out back. Yeah, the stuff is not back. Yeah, where's all the stuff for that?
I'm doing a challenge.
What?
Trying to get these circles. It's so hard.
I'm even, cause I wanna go to a next party where this stuff.
There's no event. This is the only event right now.
I know, but when is that's next event?
I'm dancing now.
When is the next event? Tomorrow?
No.
When is it?
I think on the 31st or the 30th. Or it's on the April 1st. Hold up, let me go back to lobby so we can do it again. Okay, hold up. Yeah, it's on July the 30th or at August 1 at 8. Hold up, Minibel, let me check something. And the event, this season ends at August the 20th.
The item shop is changing in 1 minute.
Okay, but the season is gonna end at August 27th. This is literally a real short season.
Wait, when is it ending?
August 27th, and that's next month. This is a real short season.
But this is like the shortest season ever
we ever had in a long time. I'll invite you to something. Mini Bob, I'll invite you to something, okay? Hello. Baby girl, what did you do to your picture?
I managed to track down Lester's lair. Now, let's go save our town.
Lester, Van Lester, here we come.
That's nice.
Girls!
Lester's lair is up ahead.
Why you look like a dang baby?
Mojo and Lester Van Loser.
Yes, you do. You look so adorable.
Okay, you've really been missing this whole leave yourselves thing.
Literally.
This origami goose in my stead. Follow him and fly on.
Well, what? Ow! Why you hurt my ears?
Girls, enough fun and games. If we're gonna This must be Lester's trophy room. These are all the things he shrunk and stolen.
Look, there's the
Fuck!
and Big Ben.
Uh-huh.
Join the world for his bone yarn. What about this one? That's just a normal ball of yarn. Still stolen though.
And this must be his lair. There it is. Lester's magic wand.
And there's Lester. He's sleeping.
Okay, girls, you have to get the wand, insert the stones, and restore Townsville. All without waking Lester.
Got it. Come on, girls.
Girls! Way to go! Oh, sorry. Way to go!
How do we get the stones into the wand?
Thanks for getting the heart stones for me.
Lester Van Lester!
The self-same!
Wait, if you're Lester, then who's that?
You fell for Mojo's terrific disguise, Sleeping Guy.
Quick, girls, get that wand!
Just like in rehearsal.
Lester, what did you do to the
Baby girl, you wanna play Fortnite?
Not to worry, girls.
I don't know. Please?
Having you get the hot stones for me was truly my greatest treat. Now, my magnificent power is limitless.
What?
Hey there. You often ask us how to play Jolly Battle together. After all, playing together with someone
Dad.
who's nearby is doubly interesting. It's quite simple. Make sure that
I know they have a new music.
I have it now. I just bought it.
Oh, you're lucky. I can't buy it because I don't have enough V-Bucks. I only have one. I want it so bad, but I don't have enough V-Bucks for it. Mini Bob,
What?
you have V-Bucks? You have enough V-Bucks to gift it?
Heck no, I don't even have 15. I don't pay 100 V-Bucks.
Oh, but to say, if you have V-Bucks, I'll give you something in work room.
Lord.
Well, I'll give you one free win.
What one free win?
Like, we have to win a match. We have to win a match.
You scaly split-tongued serpent! You think you can eat us and get away with it? What are you two jackalopes staring at?
So, wait, can your cousin gift it for me? Can probably gift it to me. I'll let you use my account for one day.
What?
For one day. Only one day.
How?
By share playing, you can do whatevs in it.